All right, let me pause this. All right, guys, it is 3 o'clock in the morning. It's 3:14. Uh, Unfortunately, I have to report this. We have attacked Venezuela. The United States of America has attacked Venezuela. Um, there are multiple reports of bombs. Resistance is not very good on Venezuela's part. Very, very scary. Very, very scary stuff happening. Yeah, we are live. Yep. Yeah. Unfortunately, I hate reporting this. I honestly to God, I honestly I don't like reporting this to guys. I just my sleep schedule's a mess, and I happen to be awake, and I'm looking, and the guy another channel. Actually, I can tell you. Hold on, I'll tell you what channel here in a second. KLW World News. Okay, KLW World News. Happened to click on it, and it they were saying that we're attacking Venezuela. Multiple attacks happening as we speak. God, I just the last thing we need, folks. The last thing we need is to be involved in another conflict. Um, God, I just yeah, KLW. Yep. Yeah, well, it's reporting it right now. KLW is reporting it right now. We are attacking Venezuela. Um, New York Prepper is also showing live. Yeah, God, I hate reporting this. I really, really do. Insanity, absolute insanity. And like I said again, I just, I hate coming on here and having this kind of an update. But terrible situation happening right now. And again, this type of situation is not the answer to the problems that we have going on. I just saw today. Yeah, this year's going to be crazy. You think crazy start, right? I just saw a thing today, and it was talking about deaths, overdose deaths in America. And since Trump took over and started bombing these boats and going after the different stuff in Venezuela, the overdose deaths have dropped right off. And somebody was asking why? Why have these overdose deaths dropped right off? Um, and it's because we're going after the drug cartels. We're not letting them get the drugs into this country, the fentanyl laced drugs. Um, they, God, you know, I saw the buildup, and I saw what we were doing in Puerto Rico with the planes and all that type of stuff. And God, this is horrible. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't even know how to explain this. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't think this is a good thing. I honestly don't. I'm gonna put it out there right now. Going to war with Venezuela, attacking them, going after the regime realistically with Maduro, and I just saw today that Maduro was willing to make some kind of a deal with the United States, but I don't believe that they were. I've also been watching live TV. Something woke me up about an hour ago and kept me on my TV, a certain conservative news channel, and there it is. Yeah, yeah, um, yeah. It's not. We went in full force. Yes, we did. Yep. Um, Again, you know, what's the end game realistically? Okay, stopping the cartels, I believe, is a good thing. That part of it, I do. What we were doing, I think, was a good thing. You've had Russian ships come in the area trying to intimidate. U.S. personnel, personal, U.S. ships and stuff like that. And yeah, Endgame's resources, right? Exactly. Hey, the Garden Life, how you doing, hon? Glad you're on. Yeah, I wasn't planning on being on at 3 o'clock in the morning, but yeah, here we are, right? Let me grab another water. Hold on, guys. No, I did not expect to be going live um, at this time. I actually did not. Once again, America has decided this is what we need to do, and now we have engaged in it. I was hoping that this could be resolved in a different way. Obviously, it is not. Um, so, now I'm going to tell you what. As a former military person, being in the army myself, I will support our guys no matter what. Our military has no say so. I mean, the higher ups say this is what you're doing, do it, and that's the mission, and that's what they will do. Um, you know what happens from here? That's what we need to think about. You know, what is going to be the result of this? Do we piss off China? Do we piss off Russia? Um, you know, yes, we are engaged, so it's time to pray for our service members. Yes, I'm not religious, as you guys know. I'm not religious, but we should keep our military personnel in our thoughts. Hopefully, our folks will not have a large loss of life. They will take care of what needs to be taken care of. Um, this is just this is crazy, folks. I mean, like I said, I never expected that I would be coming on at 3 o'clock in the morning to give you guys a live update, but I saw this happening, and I felt like it was important to come on at this point in time. What's going on, Sharon? We have attacked Venezuela. The United States of America has attacked Venezuela. We are in a full-fledged engagement right now. We hit the bunker of Maduro. We hit the airport where Maduro was going in. We are going after their infrastructure. So, the first steps in any kind of engagement is you neutralize the enemy's ability to counteract what we're doing. And so that it's happening in the middle of the night, is that surprising? Absolutely not. If you're going to do an attack, this is the time you do it. You do it when the enemy's unaware, that they're not expecting an attack. So, remember, Venezuela is also where our voting machines came from. I did not realize that. Thank you for sharing that. I did not know that. But, guys, I'll tell you, I mean, this doesn't end well. On the world stage, how does this play out on the world stage? Let's think about that for one thing. Um, Crazy, absolutely crazy times. What do we got? 75 people already. I know it's like middle of the night, so we got 75 people in the chat, guys. We got 27 thumbs up. So for those of you that are in here, I'm going to ask you real quick to shoot me a thumbs up to show support for the channel. I do appreciate that. It really does make a big difference with the algorithms. But hey, Richard, how you doing, man? You've been feeling something is coming. The garden life, yes, I have. Yes, I have. Whatever's happening, like with this situation, with breaking news: Venezuela accuses U.S. of attacking after explosions. Yeah, that's and they have. They absolutely have. You're up late. Wasn't expecting you to go live. All eyes are on the sleeper cells. Yeah, no kidding. I wasn't planning on being online. I was actually getting ready, to be honest with you. I was getting ready to go to bed. Um, yeah. Gen X can't sleep. We're up all night. My sleep schedule's a mess anyway, guys. It has been for quite a while. Um, so but I'm curious to what happens after this. What is the reaction of the rest of the world? How will they react? How will China react? How will Russia react to the situation of us attacking Venezuela? Trump also said he is locked and loaded and ready for Iran as well due to the protests there. You know, there's a lot going on over there as well. Ed, if it was about drugs, we would be airstriking Mexico. Well, the cartels, that would be another spot that you would want to be hitting. That absolutely would be another spot that you would want to be hitting. But again, since we started hitting these drug boats, um, I'm at Ed working security. Hey, Richard. Okay, man. Well, pay attention to what's going on. The news is out there. There's a lot of information going on right now. We're hitting Venezuela as we speak. As we are going live here on the channel, we are in the process of attacking Venezuela. Man, I don't see anything good coming from this. I really, really don't. I really don't, guys. Very concerning. This could be the first domino to fall, if you will. We are also hitting a country with barely any military power. Right. I mean, we have them outnumbered unbelievably. We're unbelievable that we have them outnumbered. They cannot withstand our military force. We don't even have to put troops on the ground, guys. I would not be surprised if we have special forces, SEALs, Rangers, Delta Force, those type of people on the ground. That really would not surprise me. Yes, dear, you need to relax. You are not going outside. But yeah, it's yeah, we are like a big bully. We are. We absolutely are. We're imposing our will, and Trump said he wouldn't take us to war. How do you feel about this? Just curious. I think it's awful. Honestly, I think it is absolutely awful. Uh, Apparently, Maduro has contacted China for help. Yeah. Well, I don't see China getting involved. I don't see Russia getting involved. They may grandstand a little bit, but the last thing that they want to do, Reuters is reporting we have boots on the ground in Venezuela. That's, oh my God. It they were airdropped in. Yeah. We have overwhelming military superiority. Okay. That's a fact. That's a fact. Venezuela doesn't stand a chance. I mean, they really don't stand a chance against the U.S. military. They really don't. I mean, we can basically impose our will as a country. Do I think it's the right thing to do? I do not. I will say that again, and I will say it over and over and over again. We need to stop doing this type of thing. We really, really do. And they can justify it any way that they want to. I think it ends up causing more problems than it helps. That's what I feel. They want a regime replacement. Exactly. So, man, Venezuela should have given their oil to those companies after they lost the world court case when Venezuela owed oil companies $13 billion. Well, and a large part of it is resources. I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest. It's resources. Um, if we remove Maduro and we put in a favorable government that we want, right? Um, CIA op wouldn't shock me. Wouldn't shock me. Um, if we do a regime change, then you know it's about control. At the end of the day, we knew this was coming at some point. TV networks love war coverage. Oh, they absolutely they love it. They can't get enough of it. They really, really can't. Again, I just saw this information. I just saw what was going on. Horrible. I'm in shock. To be honest with you, am I surprised? I am not. Um, when you saw the military buildup, okay, when we were putting carrier groups in the region, when we were building up in Puerto Rico, I at that point I felt like it was just a matter of time. I felt like it was just a matter of time before we went in, and obviously here January 3rd, we have gone in. Um, oh man, you know, like I said, our military personnel doesn't have an option. They do what they're told. And so at this point, I mean, I'm not happy with this. I'm going to be, like I said, 100%. I'm not happy with the situation, but I will always, always support our military. Hopefully, they take care of what they need to take care of, that it happens very quickly, that they, do what they need to take care of, and we take care of our objectives. Um, and again, at the end of the day, it's about a regime change. They want Maduro out. They want new people in there. If they kill him or capture him, that's a whole different kettle of fish. Now, what comes down to is what the rest of Venezuela is willing to accept. Are they okay with the regime change? Are the people going to fight? Are they going to resist? Do the majority of the people want a regime change? I was really hoping and praying that this new year would be more focused on our own country and improving things. Charity begins at home. Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Yeah, I literally said last night we have the USS everything down there. Yeah, they put the pieces in play. And when we were moving that amount of men, um, when we were moving that amount of aircraft, ships, firepower in the region, I honestly felt it was a matter of time. If they couldn't come to a agreement, I felt like we were going to go. It was going to happen, and unfortunately, I hate reporting this. I don't even know how to begin to say how much I hate reporting this, but we have attacked Venezuela. The United States has attacked Venezuela, and like I said, at this point, because it has happened. Hey, Stealth Mode, thank you very much for becoming a beginning prepper. I appreciate the support. Thank you very much. Um, but at this point, we need to support our troops. Right, wrong, or indifferent, folks. Right, wrong, or indifference. We need to support our military. Period. End of story. Um, if you agree with this situation, if you disagree with this situation, our men and women in the military are right down there right now, and they are engaged and they are attacking. Okay, we need to support them, and I will always, 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 always support our military men and women that are dealing with what they have to deal with. So, but do I agree with the decision? Absolutely not. I don't. Now, do I have all the information? No, I don't. I am not privy to the information that they have, and why they made the decision at this point to do what they're doing. Okay, obviously. So, the local meeting in America is a possible attack could happen because of this event. hard to say. Hard to say. Now, could this be happening because things are not going great in the United States? Okay, it absolutely okay. That is a very strong possibility that the reason this is happening is because our economy is not doing well, even though we keep being told how wonderful the economy is. War is good for the economy. Let's be honest. I mean, let's be, truthful. If we take over Venezuela and we control that oil, that's also good for America. I mean, being honest, being honest. Um, if we put in a regime that we are favorable with, and allegedly let Venezuela be in control of itself, even though it would be, and let's be realistic. Would it be a puppet government that did whatever we wanted it to do? Of course, of course. While it could be a distraction, they've been planning this for months. You're not wrong in that situation. I agree with you, Scrappy Cat. I do. It could be a distraction, but they have been gearing this up for some time. And like I said, we have the fire. Like I saw today that uh, some Venezuela fighter planes had buzzed U.S. ships. Okay, and I was like, when I saw that, I was like, yeah, that's not going to end well. You know, is this the beginning of World War III? How does BRICS respond? Could be the first domino. I don't, guys. I don't have the answers. I don't. I have been telling you guys for months and months and months, probably for years, realistically, to prepare, to get ready. Um, you know, and the reason that I have been saying that, and the reason that I have been doing what I'm doing here, um, is because it's a matter. I heard the defense minister in Venezuela is dead. It's getting wild. Oh, yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure it's getting wild. We probably attacked the higher command first. That was, you take out the leadership first in a war situation if you can. If you can, you take out that leadership thing right off the top. So, yeah, my goodness gracious. But again, folks, uh, you wake up tomorrow, you get up in the morning. I would highly, highly, highly recommend getting out to the store. Um, I don't think Venezuela can do much to retaliate. No, they can't. They don't. They don't have the manpower to deal with what we have. As far as that goes. But again, how does China react? How does Russia react? Um, you know, folks, I'm going to put it out here again. Get what you need to get now. Get the things that you need to take care of your families. Get that food stocked up. Um, you know, if you do not have a bug out location, okay, being in the city, being in suburbia, I would. No, Venezuela can't EMP our power grid. They don't have that capability. Um, if you can't bug out, if you don't have a bug out location, settle in, keep a low profile, hide a majority of what you have available to you. Don't let people realize what you have, okay? Because it could get ugly really, really quickly. If there is some kind of, Venezuela is not attacking the United States, okay? I don't see that happening. I really don't. They don't have the capability of doing it. They're going to have their hands full with dealing with us individually. They're going to have their hands full. So, Again, be ready for anything, folks, because we do not know how the world is going to act to this. We thought it was just a drill, Stealth Mode said. Yeah, no kidding. No, this is not a drill. This is not a drill. How will China react? How will Russia react to this situation? We will be condemned on the world stage. Again, you know, U.S. aggression, right? Once again, Russia did say they would help Venezuela. I don't. I think they would be hard pressed to get into something with the U.S. because if Russia got into something with the U.S., that means NATO gets involved because of the simple fact that if Russia got involved, that would get NATO involved, and Russia would be going against NATO, not just the United States. And I don't think that ends well either. They've already have lost a tremendous amount of troops with the situation in Venezuela, not Venezuela, I mean Ukraine. And they just, I don't think they're looking to get involved with anything larger scale. What are you guys doing? Stop. So, do you think the sleepers will awake from the last few years? That's hard to say. That is hard to say if that is going to be something that happens. Um, Man, I just like this whole situation is just unbelievable. No, no, absolutely not. Hold on, guys. Hold on one second. She's not going out. You stop. Oh, Bonnie's in there. Get out of there. Come on, out. I had a couple jackets that were sliding down. I'm like, and I thought it was Clyde. Um, Almost for what's going on. J No More numbers. We just attacked Venezuela. Um, we have attacked Venezuela. We're going after them. Again, I just happen to be awake, getting ready to go to bed, and then I see this situation going on right now. Yeah, oh boy, here we go again. That's an understatement. That is an understatement. Not a good situation by any stretch of the imagination. Did she go back? Guys, hold on one second. Okay. Bonnie, get out of there. Ugh, animals. Um, yeah, was chatting and all hell broke loose. Yeah, that's exact. Well, I was just farting around online. I was still awake, and like I said, getting ready to go to bed. My sleep schedule's a mess. It's been a mess for a long time, and I just all of a sudden saw that we had attacked Venezuela, and I was like, and I actually watched it for like about 10 minutes first. I'll give you the channel again that I was looking at. Hold on. KLW World News. Right now, they're playing live. Um, and all of a sudden I see that, and they're talking about, we're bombed the airport. We went after some planes on the runway, Maduro's planes. That we attacked the bunker where Maduro's at, and I just saw that. Oh my God. Wendy just said I've been on Fox News. Yeah, like I said, this is breaking, guys. This is breaking, and yes, they're on the ground. Yeah, somebody else had reported that paratroopers went in as well. Uh, God, not a good situation here. Not a good situation at all. Scary. Yeah, we're pounding them. Yeah, we are. If let's put it like this, guys. If you're gonna do it, you do it the right way. You go full force, no mercy. You go after it. You do what you got to do. Again, at this point, like I said, again, I'm going to say it again. Do I agree with this decision? I do not. I don't think that this was the way to go, but this is the way. Like I said, I'm not privy to the information that our government has, obviously. But I will tell you this, and I've said this already in this live stream. I will support our troops 100%. I hope they reach their objectives. I hope that they're safe. I hope that they do what they need to do and that with a minimal loss of life. What's happening? We've attacked Venezuela, David. That's why I'm on here live right now. We attacked Venezuela. And we are in the process right now of attacking Venezuela. It's been reported that we have boots on the ground, airstrikes all over the place. We are not screwing around here with this situation. So, man, and the civilian population is always caught in the middle. They called up all these people that were supposedly going to fight. I think you're not going to see a lot of them. Somebody said, I don't think there's boots on the ground, only airstrikes. I heard differently. I heard we put paratroopers in. I heard that we do have boots on the ground. Now, I can't confirm that. I cannot confirm that. I can confirm that we have absolutely 100% attacked Venezuela. That I can confirm. We're bombing them. We're doing going after their hierarchy of their military and, targeting military installations and all that type of thing. Craziness, guys. Absolute craziness. Obviously, we'll get more information as the day goes on. Yeah, we definitely did airstrike. No boots on the ground, though. That's I like I said, I can't confirm that we have boots on the ground. I can confirm that we're doing airstrikes. Would it surprise? So, like I said, I'm hearing different things. Some people are saying no boots on the ground. Other people are saying the paratroopers have been put in place. Would that surprise me? It would not. That would not surprise me. Shock and awe, right? If you're going to do an attack at 2 o'clock in the morning, 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, you're going to hit them full force, and you're going to hit them with every resource that you have. You come in, you bomb what you got to bomb. You put forces where you need to have forces to go after the people that you need to go after. So would it shock me that we don't have forces on the ground? It would not. So, yeah, this is... they are reporting Venezuela says U.S. sources will not succeed in taking resources. I don't believe that at all. I don't believe that at all. We'll do what we need to do. Our military is no joke. Venezuela's military doesn't even hold a candle to what... Guys, the rest of the world doesn't spend on the military what we do. If you think, look at the numbers, okay? The next 10 or 20 countries combined do not spend what we spend on our military. Think about that. So we have the money, we have the resources, we can pretty much do what we want to do. Now, again, somebody just said, how will Russia and China react? That's the $64 question. I don't see Russia wanting to get into a conflict with us. And I don't think China is ready to get into a conflict with us. So will they condemn the action? Absolutely, they'll condemn the action. Oh man, this is craziness. Craziness. I don't even know what to say anymore, to be honest with you. It's just, we're still top dog, Wendy's saying. No, absolutely. No doubt about that. But, it's just, this is not a good situation. Yeah, Russia's already lost a lot of resources with Ukraine. And you have to understand, guys, if Russia declared war on the United States, That means NATO, not just the United States. That means NATO declares war on Russia. So, yeah. Oh, China can give us a run for our money. Absolutely, Russia or China can. They have been building up, but they're not there yet. They're not there yet. The last thing we need is a world war. That's the absolute last thing we need. But but yeah, China wants Taiwan. That's what they want first and foremost. So, folks, I'm going to tell you, and I've said this before, and I'm going to say this again: get stocked up. Set your alarms. Get up early. Get to the grocery stores. Get what you need to get. Get stocked up, please, because there is no guarantee that this is going to be an isolated incident over there, not on our territory. Um, there is no guarantee of that. There's none. So, the more ready you are for whatever may happen because of this situation, um, Lady Kickboxer says going right after work anyway at 9 a.m. That's a good idea. So, I'm packed to the rafters, literally in spots. Oh, I'm going to tell you what. I am stocked up here at the homestead. I am absolutely stocked up here at the homestead. Um, but again, how much is enough realistically? If we have something long, drawn out, other countries get involved, it could get really, really ugly really, really quickly. Man, and I have so much food and everything put away from watching you over the years. So thank you so much for teaching me long ago. Man, I'm glad to hear that. I really, really am glad to hear that. Yeah, Walmart will be open at 6 a.m. Walmart will be open at 6 a.m. So be ready, folks. This could be the start of something really bad. It could be an isolated incident leading up to something else down the road. I don't think this is the last domino to fall, to be honest with you. But, I just, there probably will be a run on the stores, but I would, if you can, get out early, get what you need to get. If you're watching this, here it is, what, 4 a.m., almost 4 a.m. in the morning. Um, Walmart's open at 6 a.m. Okay. Yeah, remember, it used to be 24/7, but not anymore. But they will be open at 6 a.m. A lot of these grocery stores will be open early. I would highly recommend going and getting what you need to get. Get what you need to get. Be ready, folks. Um, you know, there's a lot going on. There's a lot more going to happen. I think this is just the beginning of this. This is, like I said, this is a horrible thing. Um, this is an absolutely horrible thing. I don't, like I said again, I don't think anything good can come of this at all. So, yeah, it's just a beginning. Absolutely just a beginning. Whew, man. Like I said, I hate starting a day like this. I mean, like I said, I was getting ready to go to bed. We the people says, what happened? We have attacked Venezuela, we the people. The United States just attacked Venezuela probably an hour ago, maybe a little bit before then. I happened to be still up and I was kicking around and I saw um, that we were in the process of attacking Venezuela, and I decided to go ahead and go live to report it to you guys, to give you an update of what was going on. But obviously not going to bed yet. But God, this is just this is a terrible, terrible thing. But again, I don't agree with it, but I will support our troops 100%. Always, always, always support our troops 100%. So, This is a relatively normal thing for the U.S. We've been involved in foreign conflicts for most of the years of our existence. It's just that we are more plugged into the news cycle. Um, the garden life, the borders were open long time, and we don't know who came in. That is for sure the garden life. Yes, there are, I believe, a lot of sleeper cells in this country, um, waiting for orders and waiting to attack, to do what they want to do. It's just a stop. Why every time? All right, hold on, guys. You're a pain in my butt. You are. Go, both of you. Clyde went out too. Ella went out. 4 o'clock in the morning. She wants to go outside. Oh man. Anyway, guys. Here we are. Right here we are. Get stocked up. Get what you need to get. Hold on, I got Bonnie wants to go out too now. Go out, Bonnie. Okay. All right. All right. Go. Yeah, go. All right. No animals in the house now. Everybody's outside. Um, you can never be stocked up enough. When you think you have enough, double what you have. That would be my advice. I know that, we have been getting ready here for quite some time. Yeah, we need to stop being the world police. I agree with that 100%. 100%. But while we still have the capability of getting out there and getting stocked up, folks, you better do what you can. You better do what you can. So it's going to be an interesting year. Starting off like this on the 3rd of January, not good. Not good. So, possibly our medical was alerted just the other day. We thought it was a drill. Yeah, well, apparently it's not a drill. Um, it's not a drill. Not a good situation in any way, shape, or form. We do not need any updates on the bunker. Nothing to report on the bunker. I got to get the drainage in there. Actually, as soon as I get the drainage figured out in the bunker, folks, we will be going full force on the bunker. I think that might be a really important option to do. So I'm going to look at what we can do for drilling out. We got to drill through a hill for drainage. As soon as we do that, then I can put a pad on the bottom and then start building up blockwise, and then we start working in. I want to make sure as we're working in that we're basically going in 3 feet at a time, securing it, making sure that it's safe. And if there's an issue further in, then we're ready. Literally you step back and you're in a safe zone. And that's what we're trying to get to right now. I don't want to risk anybody's life. So yeah, that's the biggest thing right now with the bunker. Bunker's still there, still good to go. We just need to really work, on what we need to do with it. Yeah, it's a matter of safety at this point. I think the bunker is still a great idea. A lot of work to do on the bunker. Digging in, getting stuff underground, I think is really, really important, especially, you know, with not knowing what might happen. The more distance you can put between yourself and above ground is going to make a big, big difference. And, we went 12 foot straight down, guys. And then we're going into a hill, which, the hill is like this. So, you know, even though we went straight down 12 feet, once we're digging in, which we've dug in quite a ways already, it's not 12 feet of dirt on top of us. It's like 20 to 25 to 30 feet or more on top of us. So we really have to make sure that that is safe, because the reality is this: if somebody's in that bunker and we're digging and that bunker collapsed, you're not getting those people out alive. That's a recovering of bodies. That's all that is. And I don't want to risk anybody's life in that situation. So we're going to do what we got to do to get the drainage done. And again, once that part is done, then we can work the next steps. Securing, making sure that it's safe and stuff like that. So that's what we're going to be doing as far as that goes. I'm going to tell you what, we're all getting together next month or next week. Next week is our get together weekend. So next Friday, people will be rolling in here. Saturday, we'll be working on stuff, and Sunday, we'll be working on stuff. And we will sit down on Saturday, and we will be making a lot of, we'll have a very serious talk. So you're going to need some old miners from the area to make sure you're not tapping into mine tailings. No, it's not mine tailings stealth mode. We are in straight up shale, hard, compact shale. This is not anything that was dug out before at all. So yeah, it's heavy duty. It's like digging through concrete. Now we did, at the end of where we were digging, the soil consistency changed and it was softer, and that was concerning. So that's why we stopped where we did at that time. But yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. We're definitely going to need to amp that up. I think that that's going to need to be a priority as well, along with everything else that we need to take care of. But getting some kind of drilling equipment in there to get it drilled out, what we need to get drilled out for drainage, that's got to be first. Getting that drilled out is the number one priority. So if we have to hire somebody to come in and drill it out, then we're going to have to do that. Once it's drilled, then the rest is like bang, 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 bang. Realistically, I have over 250 concrete blocks on site there, ready to go. So yeah, it's just we'll see how that all goes. But again, crazy situation that's happening right now. Again, we are attacking Venezuela, if you haven't heard yet. And so I'm hearing conflicting. I know we're bombing them. That I know for a fact. We are bombing the crap out of them. I do not know for sure 100% if we have boots on the ground or not. I'm hearing that yes, we have, and I've also heard no, that we don't. So that's something that we need to pay attention to as well. A lot of other channels right now are showing live feeds from Venezuela. So again, check that out. Be aware. Be ready. When those stores open tomorrow morning here, well, actually 2 hours from now, if you get a chance and get out and get to the store, I would highly recommend you guys getting stocked up. Get more supplies. We've been ready here for quite a while as far as supplies go. Could we always add more? Absolutely. There's no such thing as, oh, we're good. There's not that. So situational awareness in crowds, absolutely. You don't know if this is going to trigger, sleeper cells waking up. You just don't know, but please be careful, guys. Please be aware. Please be ready. I am going to jump off of here now. I really do want to go to sleep, but I wanted to jump on and let people know what was happening with everything. And again, get ready. It ain't going to get better. I only see things getting worse. That's all I see. Things getting worse. I've had a bad feeling for a while, and I think that this is the tip of the iceberg, to be honest with you. So please be safe. Keep prepping. Keep getting ready. Even if this thing turns out okay, even if this thing turns out that we do it quick, nobody reacts in the world, and we win quickly, okay? That's just stopping the for the moment, okay? Please, please, please continue to get ready. We don't know what's going to happen. If you have to bug in, do what you have to do. Protect what you have. Don't let people come in and take what you have. Don't let them. Defend what you have. All right. Please be safe, guys. I will talk to you all later. Obviously, I'll keep abreast on what's happening here, and I'll report on it later today. I already had a 3 o'clock video up. That might get bumped to the 7 o'clock video. I may do another video on what's happening, you know, before 3 o'clock. So please be safe, guys. All right. Hang in there, and I will talk to you all later. Prepper Nurse One out for now.